Hey, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's painting session. Today, we're going to be doing something extra special, right? I haven't done a hair tutorial on here in quite some time, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to break down step by step how to paint these beautiful like Afro Puffs, and then we have more time, we will head over and do an additional hairstyle. Hello, everybody out there. Happy Friday. Welcome to today's live stream. And just in case you guys new around here, yeah, my name is Danielle, and we do these live art streams every Friday, 12 noon Eastern time. And of course, these are all 100% free, you guys. And what do we offer here on the channel? Okay. At Creative Color, we offer art tutorials, podcasts, art vlogs, and art life. Definitely let me know if you hear me well, if I sound okay, if the music is too loud, all the things. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Come on in, grab some wine, some tea, some coffee, and all the things. And let's jump in. Oh, wrong thing. Let's not jump in. Oh my God. How's everybody doing out there? Is everybody ready to go? So today we're going to be working in acrylics. I'm using a 9x12 canvas. Let me put up the welcome. Here's a little bit of the colors that we're going to be using today. We're not going to be using every single color that you see here on the screen, but we will be using most of these colors because right now we're just focusing down on the hair. I wanted to do something that was specific, you know what I mean? And And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications, you guys, as we get started, as we jump into today's tutorial. Okay. So I'm going to be using some basic colors here. I have my palette off to the side. As you can see, I will put it here so you can kind of see. Oh, wait, let me move the flowers. That is just for composition purposes only. I hope everybody's doing good out there. Like, oh my God. I'm just moving it down, you guys, so you can see it a little better. Alright, I threw my flowers off to the side somewhere. So we're going to be using our basic colors here that I usually like to use. Let me remove the banner so you can see. Okay, I got different variations of brown. And we're going to just put like a little dollop of that, yes? Matter of fact, let me put the contrast up, you guys, because I feel like the screen is a little bit too dark. There we go. That way you're a lot brighter. How's that look? How's that look? So I got a little bit of red brown, and I got regular brown. I got regular brown. And I like the combination of brown and blue. I use that combination quite a lot, so I'm getting a little bit of blue out. You can use any blue that you have available. It's fine. And why am I putting my colors out at the 11th hour? You guys already know. For those of you that don't know, I usually like to put my colors out while I'm working because you know acrylics literally dry on the palette, right? They literally just want to dry up on you. So that's the problem with that. Be sure to like, share. Hi, everybody. Shout out to the moderator. Vanessa is in the house, you guys. Did we share it out, Vanessa? In the group yet? So don't forget to share, like, and love it, you guys, if you happen to be over on Facebook. Come on in and join us. All right, let me get my... So now we're going to be using a little bit of brushes. Let me get my nail together really quick. It's nail time. My nail. I had to get my nails together today for y'all. I had to get them together. Okay, so I have a little bit of water off here to the side. You guys know I like to have these little, like, glasses of water right here. So hopefully you can see it. And boom. Let's put it right here so you guys can see a little bit of water action going over there. These little glasses of water are, like, really coming in handy right now. For real. Do-do-do. All right. So here's the brushes I'm going to be using. And you can use any brushes that you feel is appropriate for what you're doing. You want to use the brush that goes along with the task that you're using. So I'm going to use a different myriad of brushes because we're going to be just doing a lot of texture on the hair. So you want to have like little brushes or you want to do like little details. But the big stuff, you could just have something, maybe a round brush or a filbert brush, whatever you want to use, whatever you have available, yes? Go ahead and use it. Utilize it. Yeah. Utilize it. Love it. Alright, so I'm going to use this like little round brush and like this one right here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And hold on, you guys. A hot second. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Alrighty then. I wanted to have this in. I want to make sure I have this in the shot. Okay. All right, I have a little spray bottle over here. You guys know I like to have my little spray bottle because I like to spray my palettes. See that? So I'm going to spray my palette. Why? Because you want to keep this kind of moist. Now, this is a student grade paint. My favorite paint, Liquitex Basics and all the things. But you don't necessarily have to use this, right? Keep your blues away from the green, that yellow, because you see it wants to turn green. Like, it really wants to turn green on me. For reals. It really wants to turn green on me. Alright, so I'm going to get a little bit of this. And if you want the reference photo or any of the materials that we're going to be using for today's video, that is going to be available on patreon.com/creativecolor. If you want to be able to utilize that, you guys. Traceables, coloring pages, and all of that stuff is going to be over there. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you guys are doing well today. I hope it's a beautiful day. And then, of course, all the materials I'm going to be using is in the description box below as well. Do 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 do. Zoo 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 zoo. Okay, so let's start with our Afro Puffs, yeah? I'll move it over just a smidge so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. There you go. Get my little round brush. And you guys know we have a lot of browns and blues, so it's not much coloring. But I want to be close enough so you guys can actually see what is going on. And I'm going to get a little bit of brown. Because the hair is pretty dark. What I'm going for is pretty dark. Let me show you really quick on my screen. I didn't print out anything today. You see that? Hair is pretty dark. And a little bit of brown. A little bit of that blue. The brown and blue, guess what's going to happen there? If you don't have the blue that I'm talking about, or you don't have any type of blue, you can always just have a little bit of black. And you can add brown to it, and that'll give you all the stuff that you need. You know? See that? I mixed black and brown together, and that kind of gave me a lot of stuff that I was really looking for. But I wanted to kind of zoom in. So you want to do like a little bit of a texture, yeah? And what you're going to do is you're going to have like at the top here is going to be, and that's why a round brush is pretty good for this. You do a little bit of texture, boom, 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 bop, 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 get your life, yes? Do a little bit of brown there. Then we're going to darken up as we start to move down towards the base of our puff. Why I like to tap, 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 dab, dab, dab. And I'm going to add a little bit more blue. Or you can add black if you don't have the blue I'm talking about. See that? Because I'm starting to get closer. And the reason, or you can add like a dark purple. Like my favorite color is, whatever we call it. My favorite color is Diox purple. So you guys can add that as well. Alright. And you can do that little bit of mixture. And look how quickly you can kind of block this stuff in. Now, if you happen to be using craft paint, right, you guys? Look at that, one puff down. If you happen to be using, sorry for the like glossy whatever, but if you happen to be using craft paint, you're going to be probably struggling a little bit at this point because the craft paint is really, really thin. That's why I didn't use my craft paint today. But it doesn't mean that you can't use it. Just go ahead and keep layering, 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 because that's what you're going to need to do. But with this, I can probably do one layer and get away with it. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's head to the next one. Same thing again. We're going to go dark at the base. And we're not worrying about her face right now, right? This is why I wanted to just do like focused kind of art streams with you guys. So we just focused on the thing at task, right? Whatever is at hand. You guys want me to zoom out so you can see my palette? But I wanted to zoom in so you can really get into the nitty gritty of what I'm talking about here. You see how dark the base is right here? And when you really look at your hair, like you really look at the structure of your hair, the structure of your hair is going to be where it's gonna get really dark at the base, and then as you start to get exposed to like sunlight or whatever, depending on your ethnicity, and since we're focusing on African American people, it's gonna be more so it's gonna get lighter and lighter as you go to the tips because that's what's exposed to the sunlight. Yes. All right. So now I'm starting to mix in a little bit of brown. Now your whole hair, now even though the hair usually looks really, I don't even know how to say it, but the hair may look really, really dark. It's not, the whole thing is not black. It's still going to be made up of all of these different colors that you're going to have mixed in between it. You know what I mean? But her hair is really dark. Now, this is the stage where you're just blocking things in. You can get really bogged down in a lot of detail when it comes to hair. You know what I mean? You can get into a lot of detail when it comes to hair. Anybody have any questions? Hello, everybody. Yeah, we have some moderators. Hello. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hello. Tamika. Hello from Augusta, Georgia. Hello, honey. How are you? Happy Friday. Yes. And we got Blessed Day. Hello. Imani Young. What's poppin', everybody? House of Harrison. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Okay, so yeah. Ba, 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 ba. And that is that, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right? And then we're gonna leave that alone. You can, so what I was saying before, you can get really bogged down with like getting into super, super detail, but you always want to make sure you block things in first. This is the ugly stage, this is the blocking stage, and then you go on top with the detail. everything that you see at the end of a picture is usually detail. That's all you see, right? You see all the beauty of the picture, but you really don't see the roots of what's really happening. You know what I mean? Okay, so now let's head on. And we're still using blacks and browns, right? In her case, she had really dark hair, so we don't really need, I put out a little bit of yellow. Look, let me reinforce this. All right, you can even go in. You see how I added more dark color? If you don't like how that's looking, you could even add some more, you know what I mean? And you want it to be messy. You want it to be blocked in because that's how African American hair is. That's how our hair is. It's going to be lots of texture, lots of thing, thing, thing. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. I love your work. Let me highlight. Hi, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love your work. I'm so happy to catch you on live. Hi, babe. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you guys are painting along with me. I'm so glad you guys are here. Shout out to the moderator, Vanessa. If you have any like major questions, you can always refer to Vanessa or House of Harrison. She's in the chat. Okay, so just in case I miss any of you guys' questions, so I'm getting a little bit of black here, and it's not black, but it looks black because it's mixed with brown and blue. So that's the type of thing I like to do. So I'm gonna get right, and I'm gonna go this way. You want to worry about your brush strokes. Like the base of her hair is really, really dark, yes? And you want to move super slow, and you want to go like the direction her hair is flowing, yes? To make it look like hair is flowing in a certain direction, you need to make sure that you're doing your brush strokes the same direction. Yes and yes? So here we go. Now we're going this way. And then we're going to go that way. Don't be like me. Get a smaller brush. It makes sense. Now, I left that little, you see that little piece right there, you guys? I left that in there, her part in her hair. Because you have to make it seem like it's part of her skin tone. You guys know what it is. When you put on a wig or you do like a lace front, for those of you that know what a lace front is, when you put on a lace front, you know what I'm saying? You gotta like make sure that your scalp is looking the same as your wig. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what we're gonna do for our gal right here. We're trying to make sure that her little front or whatever is looking the same as her skin tone, since she's brown or whatever, right? Make sure you have some paper towels over here nearby also. Blah blah blah. All right. Goodbye. All right. So I got a little paper towel right here. I'm gonna. This is how you can, and you can still kind of dry brush with that because you still have a lot of paint on your brush. You should be dabbing your brush off. Make sure you don't have any excess going on in your brush. Yes? See that? And then you can actually wash out your brush and do all the things. Alright, I'm going to zoom you guys back out. Y'all ready? There you go. So you can actually see my palette. Alright. Now, Now that we done did that or whatever, I want to wash out my brush. Whoa. Look at that. Look at it, look at it, look at it. That's now if you're dealing with a phthalo blue or something like that, it's gonna be like major things going on. Alright. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. I want something smaller for when I go in and fill in her little lace front. That's the only way I know how to explain it. Hi, Imani. She says, I'm an upcoming artist, new to your page, and I love it. Great work, very detailed videos. Thank you so, so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the detailed videos. I'm always worried that, like, I'm, like, doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you see I got a little bit of brown on my brush? Because that's kind of all I want. Because you want to build up the detail here. You don't want to go in with like a glob of paint, so you want to go ahead and drag that off. Alright, so here we go. And why are we putting brown here first? Because you got to have something there. So when you lay down her hair, you see that? See that? Look at that. Now you want to adjust the temperature or the brownness. Like you want to go as dark or as light as you need to go depending on the skin tone. That needs to be inside the part that you're going to be using, yeah? I'm going to get a little bit of our yellow. Because our yellow ochre, or if you're using craft paint, it's probably like a golden brown. You can mix a golden brown with a like other brown, and you'll be able to get the kind of color that you're thinking about. Because the scalp, because it doesn't get much sunlight, it's going to always be a lot lighter. See this? So I'm putting it here. You see that? So slowly coming together there. I'm washing out my brush, dabbing it off. Dab it, dab it. Okay, so now let's work on our second hairstyle here. This is a nice beauty here. Nice natural hairstyle. I told you guys, like, hair is a lot more simple than you think it is. Especially our hair is a lot more simple than a lot of people think it is. I mean, it's full of texture, full of beauty, rich in culture. So you're going to get all of those different variations of texture when you're dealing with our hair, yes? Yes. You're like one of the cool art teachers. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my God. Yes, you really made my day. Thank you so much. Look, that's a comment of the day. I'm going to definitely highlight that bad boy. I love that. You're like a cool art teacher I never had. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? Like I was. Let me tell you. Okay, story time, you guys. We're gonna paint, and I'm gonna tell you story time. So when I was kind of first learning how to paint or whatever, and I was looking for people that not only look like me, but also that was like cool, down to earth, or whatever. I was just looking for people that was not gonna be like, oh my god, step one, do da 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 da. And a lot of people wasn't really doing this type of thing anyway, right? So when I was like looking into it, wait, hold on. Let me paint. Let me paint while we talk about that, because I can get really distracted. Okay, I'm wetting my brush again, and it's the round brush. Dab off the excess water. You don't want a lot of water. Okay, so when I was actually over there looking, I was scouring the land, scouring Facebook, scouring YouTube, Google for some nice teachers or whatever that I felt like was going to teach me how to paint and all these things. I'm doing the same technique on this hair, except it's going to be a little bit different because the style is different. Um, but remember, it's the same technique. It's the same concept. Dark at the base, lighter as you go towards the top of the hair. So anyway, as I was looking for teachers and all the things and whatever, I couldn't find anybody. I was like, oh my God. Like, so what I had to do is I had to take classes. I had to do a lot of research. I had to find all these little bits and pieces from different people, different backgrounds, and all these different things that was going to teach me what I really wanted to know. You know what I mean? So now, guess what? When I decided to actually start the channel, all right, I'm doing a little swirl here, swirl, 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 swirl it, tap it, swirl it, okay? So you want to like signify some sort of coil right there. So when I kind of started the channel or whatever, I was like, yeah, I'm going to bring them all the things that I learned, all the things that I know, and I'm going to pay it forward because so the people don't have to be searching the land trying to find something to look for. You know what I mean? And don't forget, you're going to have some texture towards the bottom of the hair. All right, you see I'm leaving the top. So now I'm going to get lighter, right? So now we're actually going to go into the brown. The funny thing about this is you can actually take this technique and you can do anything you want to do with it once you learn the fundamentals, yeah? So it's like, once you learn, like, how shadows and how, like, things work or whatever, now I'm getting lighter and lighter, yeah? Once you learn about that, then you can change this color to any color you want to change it. If you don't want it to be black and brown, You could do all pink, but then you would go like dark pink at the bottom. You're gonna do a gradient no matter what color you decide to do. Yes. Oh man, every time I do that, I be like, I'm about to do the Running Man. Oh man. Dallas, Texas. What's the weather like out there today, y'all? In Texas. And once this dries, then you can go back in and start to really add like some details and stuff like that. Yes. It's already looking pretty detailed. Now you can see you didn't need to do much, you guys. And you got lots of texture, lots of detail in just not doing much, letting your brush kind of flow and do the work for you. Yes? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Come on, bust it down, break it down. You gotta bust it down while you painting. That's the only way to get it right. That's the only way to get it right, if you break it down in the middle of it, okay? But no, you for real, you gotta have fun while you're doing your work, and then don't get frustrated. And then the fun thing about acrylics is that if you don't get it right, you can always go and let it dry, come back to it another day, come back to it a couple of hours later, and then paint over it. Yes? And you see that subtle bit of like light color that we put at the top will give you everything you need. Okay? Now, if you can really, especially if you, for those of you that get the traceable, if you're on Patreon, you can really take this and transfer it to anything you want to transfer to, your canvas, your book, your sketchbook, whatever it is. And you can really make a beautiful painting out of this and give it away or whatever you want to do with it. Yes? Okay, now the bottom piece right here, this is the base of her hair. I'm going to add a lot more dark color, which is the blue. This time I have a flat brush. Remember what I said. You want this to be a lot darker. You see how flat brushes are really, they really come in handy. This is the side of her hair. And I'm going to make it black because, yeah. But you don't want to go crazy making it too dark. Alright, I'm going to wet my brush and I'm going to drag off the excess. Because basically I want this to kind of like, I need that to be real thin. I needed that to be real thin and kind of faded, because that would actually start to go into her skin. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about. Think of your own hair, right? What happens with our own hair? So you see I'm starting to like kind of scrape some of that brown in there, because this is going to start getting into her skin. See that? So you get a little bit of a fading. Something about you. Look, break it down, break it down. Right, so this is, look at that, beautiful. Yeah, you gotta dance. You gotta have some fun while you're painting and having a good time. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's kind of cloudy out there today. Damn, what's going on? I don't know. The weather is insane here in Maryland. Like 1 minute it's like warm, the next minute it's like freezing. So you gotta have on gloves, short sleeves, the whole 9 yards when you're going outside. Ooh, look what I got on my nails, y'all. I got paint on my nail. Huh. That's what I get for trying to be fancy. That's exactly what I get for trying to be fancy. Putting on these fancy ass nails. And guess what? They all messed up now. Alright. I'm going to do a little bit of pink, because you know I got to put pink in her bow. Like, stop playing. Okay? You got to put pink in the bow. I got to have pink in it. Like, oh my god, that's my signature color. Ooh, I want to know, what are people watching? What are you guys watching out there? I want to know what everybody's watching. That's what I want to know. La 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 la. La 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 la. What is everybody watching right now? I ran out of things to watch on Netflix. Believe it or not, I did. I'm looking for some other color for my thing. Do I want blue, man? You guys know I love my Posca pens, so I use these quite a bit. And believe me, get you some Posca pens, because they will save your life. You can get them in all sorts of colors. And I'm just playing around because I'm waiting for her hair to dry. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Okay, so you can get all of these different beautiful colors. I have like different colors, different sizes in these Posca pens. And they're acrylic paint pens, just in case you guys don't know. Vanessa will put it down in the chat and let you know exactly what they are. These are acrylic paint pens, and I have them in all different colors, you guys. See that? And I have a whole batch of them over here you guys can't see. All of them in different colors. Oh, SWAT. You watching SWAT right now? Huh. Ain't that some? Okay, so this hair. Oh, that's my song. Living in a baby. All right, it's Friday night, y'all. All right, so this has a lot of texture in it. So as this starts to kind of dry, if you want to speed up the drying time, all you have to do, I'm going to get a little bit louder because the music is louder. All right, anyway, I'm getting distracted. Maybe I should turn it down. Anyway, if you want to add texture and all of that stuff, wait till for it to dry. Or you can always get like a blow dryer and dry it. All right, I feel like it's no, that's still wet. Baby. All right, if we want to add more detail to this, we can. Let me go back with my round brush. And I got another thing of water over here. And then you can do your little detail, yeah? You see that? But you always want to make sure that you leave a little bit of the dark, like black parts underneath. You want to make sure you have that shadow under there to make it seem realistic. But you don't have to do it that way. That's if you wanted to see more kind of realism. You know what I'm saying? And as you keep layering, it's going to get more and more kind of thing. Make sure you keep washing your brush off after each color. I'm actually going to get a little bit of black. That's a little bit too green. You see the difference between that black? And you can kind of go into those little crevices over there. You see that? Now you will smooth this out depending on how coarse the hair is, how many coils are in there, and all that other stuff. Ooh, I know I forgot about something. Okay, we forgot about her hair under here. Huh. Now under here, you're going to make this really, really dark because that's underneath like her hand, underneath her, the side of her head. So you want to make it seem like it's in the back of her hair. See that, you guys? And you can really go in with this. I mean, the sky's the limit. But you always want to make sure the base of your stuff is whatever, you know what I mean? And you can even tap, 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 like, and have these little, like, flyaways. Because you want to have these little flyaways to make it seem like it's more realistic, yeah? So you have these little flyaways going on. You see that? Same thing here. You don't want everything to be solid. You don't want it to just be a block. And you want to take your time, you know. It's a you know, in the words of Nip, you know, the marathon continues. It's the marathon. It's not a race. It's not, you know, like you're rushing to do things. You know what I mean? Unless you have a commission or something, that's different. But if you're really trying to learn it and do all the things, you know? So that looks good already. And we didn't even fill in her face. Yes? Let me zoom in so you guys can get a close-up of what I'm talking about. You see that? And that looks so realistic. It looks like our hair. Now you can thin this out and you can add more and more detail on top, but you want to let each layer dry before you actually decide to keep going in and in and in, yes? Same thing over here. And you see I keep letting my brush kind of move. Move along, move along. And this time I have almost black on my brush. Like it's almost black. I mean, it's not fully black. And then you want to dab out here, right? Because you always want to remember to have those little bit of like transparent kind of flyaways going on, yes? You see that? So you want to tap, 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 dab, 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 and all the things. You see that? It's starting to look more and more like all the things that we imagine it was. See that? See that one? Beautiful. Because we have all of those different textures inside of it. So that's why, you know what I mean? Same thing here. We're gonna have like the sporadic kind of texture type of thing going on. Right up under here, we can do strictly black. Because underneath that bow, it's gonna be black, yeah? When you think about things, especially something like the hair, we know our hair better than anybody else, right? You think about it, it's going to be really, really dark underneath that bow. But I still have the like textures of whatever, like brown at the top and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you see my gal's lace front. The lace front. That's what I'm calling it today. We calling it the lace front. I'm actually going to put a little bit of that brown and yellow right here. I'm pretty much just dry brushing this stuff on. You know? Getting some massive glare on that, boy. A lot of people get scared when you're in this stage and you start panicking and not trying to figure out, you know what I mean? Take your time. And then again, there's no wrong things in art, really. It's just guidelines and some rules to certain things. You know, it's not like you can the only rule to art really is like you can't use acrylic on top of oil, but you can use oil on top of acrylic. So that's the only rule. But for the most part, you can get away with a lot of different things with art, and you just let it dry, come back to it a different day. It's not that serious. But you should definitely be making sure that you're layering and stuff like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people give up in this stage, and they're like, oh, I don't want to be bothered with it. And then you can do like a little bit of twist. You do like something like that, and then do something here, do something there. And you put them in different, like, you see that, you guys? You see it? Ooh, I got pure brown on my brush. Now, most people will panic when they see that. Like, oh my God! Oh my God, it's time to have a breakdown. No, I'm not going to have a breakdown about it because I can always cover it up. I put some dark brown on my brush and you go back in. See that? Boom, boom, boom. It's out. Like, man down. And this stuff, it always looks lighter than it is. Look at that. You could do that to signify the coils, the curls, and all the things. Put some out there. Even if you want to have a blob of stuff left there, leave it there. I mean, it'll add texture. And you can always go back in with your black or your brown or whatever and do something else. See that? And that's going to dry darker anyway, so. Now, if you want to make it really, really light, right? You see her hair, that looks good. Now that it's kind of dry there, you can go in with like a very light, I don't know, I don't think I have it, but it's called transparent white. It's called like mixing white. You can go in with a mixing white and you can put a light haze of like mixing white on it and it'll give it like a shine. Yeah? A nice little shine. Or you can go in, I might go in with my Posca pen. Maybe I'll show you two different ways. Sorry, guys. Anybody have any questions? Questions? Mm-hmm. It's the progress so far for me. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. You can put a little bit of put very little. You don't need a lot of that up there. You don't need a lot of highlight up there. I put pure white, but you don't need that. You don't need a lot of that. What is going on here? What is happening? I'm getting my paintbrush in the paint and not even the right end. Okay. If you feel like it's too white, let it totally dry and it'll get darker. And then you can go in like your same dark color. See that? I went in with my same dark color. And I kind of took it out. And look at that. That looks like an actual... See that? Alright. Now she has the baby hairs. So, it works only if you have like a small, like detail brush or you have a flat brush. You guys see it? Like my brush is flat. So it comes to like a point. I'm going to wet that a little bit. You don't want a lot. Don't have a glob of paint on your brush, or else this is not gonna work. You know, so then you put your little baby hairs in. Boom. See that? Baby hairs are in. Very little paint. You want to actually kind of glaze that in. You feel what I'm saying? And then you would do it just like you would do it with a toothbrush. Baby hairs are in. See that? But don't mess with it. Just let it dry. And then if you need to go back in, like say you messed it up or something else happened, then go ahead and go back in. But don't mess it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. And you guys know what it is. It's about that time again. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, you guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications, okay? Hit that like button, because when you hit the like button, it helps out my channel. It helps people see me in the algorithm. And don't forget to comment below and tell me what you're thinking about today's video. If you happen to be pun the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay fam. What are you guys thinking about that baby hair though, right? It's the baby hair for me, okay? Get into the baby hair right now. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so, so much, you guys. I love you and all the things. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. Yes. Everything you guys do make it possible for me to continue to do creative things for the channel and all the things. So you guys rock. So what are you guys feeling about that baby hair though? What, are you loving the baby hair? Yes. Yes and yes. Now, if you want the traceables and all the things and early access to all my YouTube videos, consider joining us on Patreon, okay? You get coloring pages and all the stuff you could possibly need over there on Patreon. Plus, access to all the behind-the-scenes activities we have going on. And the people over there are getting lonely, so go ahead and join the Patreon, you guys. Also, comment below and tell me what you guys would like to see for our next Friday live stream. I would love to know. It means the world to me when you guys give me your feedback. I mean, because I kind of do this stuff for you, you know. If you happen to be in a group on Facebook, you can always enter into our poll, because we have a poll going on in the group, and you can tell me what you would like to see. Okay? If you're over on Twitch, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my YouTube and all the things. Yes, I'm actually like broadcasting on Twitch at the same time. Yes, and commercial break over. Okay, so we have our baby hairs kind of in. You can also make this a little bit darker if you feel like you need to. Now you see why I kind of put that brown in there first? See, that's really dark. Now we just made the baby hairs darker. You see that? Because I kind of let it go a little bit darker. Alright, so I can't, I really want to do her eyebrows for some reason. I'm like tempted to do her eyebrows. Okay, I better leave her alone. Anyway, so what do you guys want to see on our next live stream? Are you loving these hair tutorials? Do you want me to do more? I think I want to do something where I'll show you guys how to draw a portrait, or maybe we do some figure studies, learning how to do like gestures and stuff like that. Learn how to draw the nose or paint the nose. What do you guys think? All right, I done did it now, so I might as well put the whole thing in. Boom. You know the outfit is not complete until you have eyebrows done and baby hairs laid, okay? It's just not. If you guys want to join us in our group on Facebook, we're very active over there. And my moderator Vanessa will share the link in the chat, you guys, if you're interested in joining our group. It's no drama, none of that stuff going on, yeah? All right. And that looks pretty good. I mean, we have a little bit of globber paint there, but I think that's good. We could always, again, we can add more black. Do what you will with this, you know what I mean? You can really get creative with this. And if you guys attempt this tutorial, I would love to see it posted in the group on Facebook, all the things. It brightens my day when I get to see what you guys are creating. All right? And look at that. She's ready, right? She's ready. Beautiful. And that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have any questions, go ahead and pop them down below before we head out. Let me know what you would like to see on our next live stream. Yes, indeed. I love you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having the best day of your whole life and hanging in there throughout everything that's going on in the world. And remember, everything's only for a time, and if we stick together and help each other and love on each other and all the things, we'll get through it at the end of the day, right? So I love you guys so much. And yeah. I will catch you guys on the next one. I'll be back next Friday. Well, you know what? I think we'll be back Monday. I think we have something going on Monday, maybe a business Monday, or we're going to have like a sketchbook Mondays where we just come and just chill and paint. And then every Friday we'll have some sort of art tutorial or art stream. So make sure you guys tune in. And I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Everything go from body,